I'm not saying this to poop on Zach Krieger, but you really should not watch the new Resident Evil movie that's coming out, and it really has nothing to do with him. I'm gonna touch on his issues in a minute, but we're not gonna talk about him for now. So this new Resident Evil reboot, right? Yes, Zach Krieger's name is on it, from the director of Barbarian. What they're not telling you, though, is that this movie is also being produced by the same studio that made all the other Resident Evil movies. It's the same one that made the Netflix series, it's the same one that made Welcome to Raccoon City, and it's the same one that co-produced all of Anderson's movies. Constantin Productions, Constantin Film, or whatever, however you want to say it, they're the ones that own the rights to the live-action Resident Evil movies. So you guys are following me so far, right? This is the movie equivalent of Sony making Spider-Man movies every few years, like Craven and Morbius, etc., just to retain the rights to this movie. They have it in a hostage situation, and by going to see this movie, you are keeping Resident Evil a hostage of this greedy studio that has no intention of making legitimate movies or any legitimate adaptations of this franchise that so many people care about. They are keeping it hostage, and the only way to set it free is to not see the new Resident Evil movie. I really hate to say it because I think Zach Krieger's a fine film director. I'm not a personal fan of Weapons, but I like his other movies. Nothing to do with him, even though everyone has been kind of coming for Zach Krieger on this one because he's been flip-flopping in interviews, and that's because he doesn't know how to market it. Zach Krieger is not really a Resident Evil fan, and I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm really not saying that as an insult. He is doing his best to market a movie he was paid to make. I'm not going to shit on him for that. There's no reason to shit on Zach Krieger, so you guys can stop doing that. Instead, redirect your anger to this company, Constantin Films, because they are the reason why these movies are terrible. And there's no excuse for having bad Resident Evil adaptations anymore. It's a multi-billion-dollar franchise where A-list actors are begging to be casted properly in the roles from the games. So please, the only way you will ever get a good live-action Resident Evil movie again is if you boycott this movie. Make sure it does not get any sales so we can just set Resident Evil free. If they stop making money, they will stop making the movies. You guys keep going to see these movies, and it's the same thing with Venom, Madam Web, all these other movies. They will not stop as long as they are making a profit off of these movies. Hashtag free Resident Evil, bro. That's what we gotta start to get this ball rolling. But thank you guys for watching. So yeah, please do not see this movie. Watch Barbarian or Weapons. Don't watch Resident Evil though. Watch any of Zach Krieger's other movies. Don't watch this though.